Hello, viewers. So we are back with one of the tracks from legendary Pakistani rock band Junoon. I think it's one of our all-time favorite, not only ours, but anyone who belongs to the generation of 80s or 90s would remember them and would still be listening to their songs. So we are covering their track Sayonee, and we wanted to listen it with you together. So let's jump into it.
Let's jump into it. All right. Three, two, one, play. This intro, I think every single kid in subcontinent probably
In
knows how to
subcontinent.
play on guitar.
Mm,
And it was very easy to play.
yeah. I miss those days.
Sayonee, Sayonee, चैन एक पल नहीं, चैन एक पल नहीं, चैन एक पल नहीं, और कोई हल नहीं। Sayonee, कौन मोड़े मुहा
Goosebumps.
कौन मोड़े मुहा कौन मोड़े मुहा कोई सावल नहीं चैन एक पल नहीं चैन एक पल नहीं चैन एक पल नहीं और कोई हल नहीं सयोनी सयोनी
I
क्या
love this part.
बशर की बिसा
The lines and the execution of the video.
क्या बशर की बिसा क्या बशर की बिसा आज है कल नहीं चैन एक पल नहीं चैन एक पल नहीं चैन एक पल नहीं और कोई हल नहीं सयोनी सयोनी
Wow. Nostalgia.
Makes me cry.
छोड़ मेरी खता छोड़ मेरी खता छोड़ मेरी खता तू तो पागल नहीं है चैन एक पल नहीं चैन एक पल नहीं, चैन एक पल नहीं, और कोई हल नहीं। सयानी, 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 सयानी।
Whew.
Emotional roller coaster.
Emotional ride.
Mm.
Emotional ride. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's equally beautiful even after decades of listening to this
Mm.
track.
25 years have passed since this came out
Huh. And it hits you equally hard every
every
single
single
time.
time.
And none of the covers could ever reach the heights of beauty, of, of genius of this track.
Absolutely. You stole my words.
I was just thinking today about the Coke Studio covered it
Mm-hmm.
with Rahat Fateh Ali Khan and Noori.
Mm.
I mean, they were doing something new, but for me, I mean, I grew up listening to the song, and that's why I have a strong bias.
Mm.
But yeah,
I think
yeah,
everyone has. It's a song that will hold lifetime value.
very intimate,
Yeah,
very intimate.
yeah,
It's very personal, very
yeah.
intimate.
And I mean, it does not have any expiry date, at least for the people born in 80s and 90s. This song was released in 97.
Even before the people from 60s and
Exactly.
70s love
Love
this
this.
equally.
Absolutely. The song, as I was mentioning, this was released in 1997, and as you are saying, it is still remained in the heart of people as it is. And
Mm,
many people, as
mm.
you were saying, tried touching it, failed miserably. Coke Studio was one of them, as you mentioned. Bollywood tried to recreate it with Arjit Singh and literally butchered it
Oh,
completely.
that that that.
Literally butchered it.
Yeah, don't remind it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that you spoil the taste
yeah,
of in my mouth. But all right.
yeah.
Oh, how do you put the emotion into words about this track? For me, I mean, did all of these three people, Brian, um, Ali Azmat, and Salman,
Hmm.
they were geniuses, pure geniuses, and
Insane.
their legacy is ingrained
Hmm.
in Pakistani music. And I was just thinking, listening to this incredible guitar solo, like one of the most iconic,
Yeah.
most incredible guitar solos, because I think Salman in this region, Salman was one of the pioneers
Ah.
of of emotional guitar
Hmm.
solos.
Hmm.
So he could play his guitar and he could make you cry, he could
True.
make you laugh, he could make you sing, he could make you dance, he could make you grieve. His guitar solos were, yeah, he had this magical capability
Hmm.
of communicating emotions. In this particular track, the guitar solo, the, the the raw emotion,
Hmm.
I teared up. I literally teared up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
And his legacy, the way he used to do guitar solos or play guitar,
hmm.
I think all the next generation of players, especially beginning from year 2000 onwards,
Hmm.
where in Pakistan there was a boom in band culture,
Hmm.
you could see that all the bands had some element
Hmm.
that can be traced to Junoon,
Absolutely.
especially when it comes to playing guitars, especially when it comes to playing electronic guitars.
True. Any band, any Pakistani band, if you would ask them who had been their idol coming into this industry, they would instantly say either Junoon or Vital Signs. And I mean,
Vital signs.
Junoon, Ali Azmat is specifically for me, as far as my memory goes, he was the first true rock star. of Pakistan because there was plenty of pop stuff being done, but the true rock star, if you call it, for me it was Ali Azmat.
So incredible vocals, incredible performer,
Incredible performer.
incredible performer. So I was just reminding myself of a track he did in Coke Studio.
Hmm.
I mean, he did multiple tracks,
Hmm.
but the one that always stays with me is Kande Uthe.
Hmm. Yeah, it was brilliant.
And that track, his vocals is just another level.
Yeah,
It's so brilliant. It's so outstanding. I cannot put into words.
true.
Yeah, I was also. I mean, this song, every single beat, every single note.
Hmm.
I think we know it so intimately that it just doesn't. We just don't register it,
Yeah.
right? But the tabla
Ah,
had such an amazing effect during this track.
true. I mean, this is the kind of Sufi rock that I miss, right? Um, I always say that
Absolutely.
there is always one track or song which kind of is a signature or legacy or identity of that artist. And for Junoon, it has always been Sayonee. I mean, for me at least. I mean, there are plenty of amazing
Yeah,
Junoon songs, but I identify them with this particular track. Mikaelson probably tried to do some Sufi rock as well, and they have done it beautifully as well. But Junoon was something else. I mean, the entire album, this album, if you see Azadi, it was one of the best international albums at that time, and that is not
they were
exaggeration.
banned.
Yeah,
They were banned in Pakistan. They were
exactly.
banned in
Yeah,
Pakistan. They were banned because of their work. Their work was so radical.
yeah,
It was so innovative, so radical, so emotions inducing. It was banned. It was banned by the government of Pakistan. I mean, think about that.
yeah. True. They used to
I
talk
mean, we
about
can talk
revolution,
about.
inqilab, right, in their
The,
songs.
the thing is that this channel is probably not the correct platform for talking about Junoon. I think we would need a different channel, a podcast, or
Yeah.
or some such to actually talk about Junoon because they are they have transcended.
Hmm.
They are one of those who transcended music in Pakistan, especially in Pakistan.
Hmm.
If I talk about it, we were talking about Bayan, which has kind of transcended
Yeah.
music in this generation, and in that generation, Junoon with their work,
Hmm.
incredible work,
Yeah. Absolutely.
just transcended beyond this genre of music. They are beyond something. But yeah, I can't talk about them. We can
We can
talk
talk
about
about them.
them. We have, I mean, we do talk about them a lot,
Yeah.
right? But I think this is a never-ending topic.
Yeah, I think it would
I,
require
I
a
would,
proper
I would,
podcast, as you said.
I would want to hear from people who are listening with us together.
Hmm.
What is the most memorable performance of Junoon, their track, and why? I mean, people have mentioned Sayonee. I mean, there's a significance. I mean, we haven't talked about the narrative or the message of the song,
Hmm.
right? Maybe we quickly should talk about this, but I really want to hear what did you associate with this particular song?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I would be very curious about how this is perceived and associated with what it is it associated with. So yeah, would you want to talk about quickly about the narrative?
Yeah, I think the narrative and video is completely gelled well. It's talking about the how can you interpret it? It's talking about the pain of a person whose life has turned upside down. So he is not in that state that he can. He's kind of in a state where he doesn't know what to do next. He is उर्दू
Mm,
में एक वर्ड होता है ना इस्तराब. He is just feeling
yeah.
that that he's in that phase of his life or has gone through different phase of life.
His whole childhood,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think it also not only that, but in the beginning, if you saw that there was a child who
Hmm.
was kind of abducted
Yeah.
by extremist elements, and they were shown that they were creating bombs and also
Hmm.
some such. It also depicts the extreme polarization and intense extremism
Yeah.
that that especially the Pakistani society got infected with during that period.
Hmm.
After beginning of end of 80s and beginning of 90s,
Hmm.
there was there was this period of um, extremism,
Yeah. Elements of
um, right?
extremism
And
throughout.
yeah, and there were terrorism and all that. That's again, that's a different topic. That still they that came up again during late 2000s.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, that was. I mean, Junoon is all about societal narrative.
Hmm.
What's wrong in the society and what should you should do about it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
This entire album is a masterpiece. As I said, each track talks about either
Yeah.
yourself, identifying yourself, some sort of inspiration, inqilab, revolution, and you name it. They are touching upon most of the social topics going on through that particular era. So it would require a lot of time to just deconstruct each track and discuss it with every one of you. But I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, then, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much for listening with us, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.